Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today's message is one all about swapping giving to get for genuine giving. And the reason why I really wanted to bring this message to you guys today is because I've had an interesting morning, all of my morning today was spent coming into a company, having a look around their facilities and seeing whether there might be a good fit and potential good fit, just like a random opportunity that, I'm always open to opportunities and new ways of being and seeing how I can be of service. So I took up this opportunity and went into this environment where it inspired me to deliver this message to you guys today, because ultimately I had an amazing experience. And why I had an amazing experience was not necessarily because of this particular company, it was because of the people. And what was so powerful about meeting these people, meeting the beautiful people who, brought me into this opportunity, along with some other people in my position, just interested in an opportunity, and also, even getting to meet and connect with the CEO at this company and all of the brilliant people who were a part of this company. And it was, I really like to think of myself as being somebody who's been so hyper focused on my own authenticity and getting out of old past patterns of people pleasing and telling people what they want to hear and, being very false, not intentionally, but like having that transition to being completely real and valuing truth, authenticity, genuineness above everything else. I find that I'm like really hyper aware of when people are being disingenuous and when they're giving to get, there's that ulterior motive. And I'm not going to lie, I get messages every week from multiple different sources of different, say, network marketing companies and people trying to get you into their business and whatever they're doing. And I'm always so disappointed when people reach out and they connect and you feel like, oh, this is a great connection. I absolutely love getting to meet people from across the globe. And then you feel like you're building a connection and then these people are like, boom, join my company, or boom, do this or whatever. And it's like, whoa, you kind of feel like, wow, like that's why you reached out and now we have no connection. And because I've had multiple experiences with this, I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like I can sense when it's coming. And this experience that I had today was completely different. And it was because the people were all about giving. They were all about long term. They were all about having conviction around the quality of what they do and doing it from the right place, from a place of genuineness. That there was no pushiness. There was no giving to get. They were really ultimately just being genuine and presenting an opportunity with zero pressure whatsoever. And it was really refreshing. And I think that we can learn a lot of lessons from that way of being. So most of us have a short-term mindset when it comes to building connections, particularly in the business arena. But I'm not just talking about being in the business arena. I'm talking about any relationship that you have. When you come to it from a place of giving for the purposes of getting something, then you are never going to build real connection. Nobody's going to really trust you. And ultimately, when you don't have trust, you can't influence anybody and you can't make a difference. You can't add value because people can't trust you because they know that you don't have their best interests at heart. You have your own best interests at heart, and it's like really an icky feeling. And for anybody who's aware of what's going on, and most of us, I like to think, are pretty aware of when people aren't being genuine. And it throws us off. And even if we don't have the language to say, hey, that person's not being authentic, we just feel like we don't quite click with that person. We don't really like what they're about. There's something off, and we just sense it innately, I believe. And so when we can shift from a mindset of giving to get something all the time and being so self-focused about what's in it for me. And we can shift that to ultimately just giving with genuineness, giving from our heart, giving from a place of authenticity, conviction about what's great and in alignment with the truth of who we are. Then it's not pushy, and we actually create a beautiful connection with whoever we engage with from that place. And even one of the amazing human beings who was going through this process with me, he actually said, I feel like we're family. And I know that sounds like kind of crazy, because we've only, this group of people, we'd only met for like a couple of hours really, but because there was such genuine giving, it wasn't giving to get and trying to push us into any sort of decision or, getting us over the line in any way. Because it was coming from that place, it really did feel like family. And it was so refreshing in a world where we live in so much fakeness, in so much nicety. Like it's every engagement is just like, we're just not, we just want to play in this game of niceties and not realness. And even if it does come from a place of good intent, wanting to not be a burden on others and wanting to, for others to be happy and not, stuck in our own emotional experience or whatever it is, no matter where it's coming from, it's disingenuous and it completely disconnects us. We live in this and operate in this level of surface level connection because we are not being genuine and giving for the purposes of unconditional giving. Because if something's of value to me, I want to give it to you. I want to give it to whoever I feel like that is going to be of value to, rather than, hey, I've got this thing, and if I convince you of it, then it's going to make me money, or it's going to give me connection, or it's gonna, whatever it is. It's like from that place of like giving to get, we completely cut ourselves off. And so my message to you guys all today is to ultimately be honest with yourselves about where in your life you are giving to get, whether it's in any relationship, a business relationship, an intimate relationship, a friendship, a family, whatever, wherever it is where you are coming from a place of giving to get, as opposed to giving genuinely to add value, to give opportunity, then I want you guys to really swap this, because ultimately you are creating dead-end relationships for yourself when you have that mentality of giving to get, and you are creating lifetime relationships for yourself when you swap it to true, genuine giving for the sole purpose of adding value and coming from an abundant mindset as opposed to a mindset of scarcity and neediness. So hope that this has resonated with you guys. I would absolutely love to hear from you if you've got any questions, comments, any experience in terms of, really those relationship dynamics where we sense that you are giving to get something from us, as opposed to, coming from a place of genuine giving and of adding a value. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Definitely make a comment. I'm going to engage with you guys now. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Come on over and join us over at the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community with beautiful like-minded individuals who are looking to up level to that next level of their limitless potential, and they want to support and encourage and challenge you to do the same. That is what that place is all about. All free. Just click on the link. I will approve you, and I can't wait to go deep with you guys in there. So make sure that you do that if you haven't already. And I'm definitely going to check in with you guys now. I have got Gabrielle and Aaron and Jeannie and Andrew and Simone and Bobby and Rian and Hassani and Alona and Ramazan and Paul. Feel like my emotions is getting better of me. Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. And what I would say to you is that every emotional experience that we have starts in our mind. So I would really I want to honor you on your experience and your journey with, we have these down days. Don't expect yourself to always be on this massive high emotionally, and whenever we are having those reoccurring emotions and they're negative, it's because we're not fully feeling through our emotional experience, because we're judging it and we're expecting ourselves to be someplace else. So my greatest advice to you in this moment would be to build self-awareness around where that is coming from. ask yourself, what am I thinking and believing right now? How am I feeling, and what is generating that emotional experience for me? Am I focusing on the things that I can't control and all that I don't have? And how can I swap that for the things that I can control and all that I do have? The greatest pathway out of your pain is always through gratitude of what we do actually have, and recognizing and validating our emotional experience for whatever it is by identifying what we're thinking and believing in the moment right now, and then we can gain power, and we can recognize that nobody else is determining that experience for you. It's all in the mind, and we have control, and that is really empowering. And Paul, if you would like any extra guidance, I would love to support you with that. So book in one of my 15-minute power sessions. I can connect with you and take you through that process, and sending you so much love, and really honoring you on that journey of yours. And Brandon's here. Awesome. Lovely to meet you today, Brandon. You are a superstar. And Mustafa and Linda and Joe and Safon and Marlon and Gary and Wes and Moises and Lucy and Alexandria and Soya Raja and Aiken and oh, Gabrielle, I'm loving that you're loving the perspective today. And Toma's here, and Brendan and Claudia and Gabrielle, love your perspective and feel the same. I love that that resonates with you. And yeah, I've got the pleasure to connect with you, Gabrielle, and I can tell you are such a genuine, kind-hearted, loving individual. So I know you get this message. That's awesome. And Annette and Sergio and Stephen and Belinda's here. Awesome. I'm so grateful that I got to connect with you, you beautiful human being, you. Thanks for the inspiration for today's message. And Mark's here and Liam. I loved how you said the other day, we need authenticity like we need oxygen. Absolutely. And you know, the more I go on my own personal development journey, the more and more I am alerted to the fact that our authenticity, like you just mentioned there, Liam, is absolutely our oxygen in life. Without authenticity, we can't establish trust because, like I said earlier, there's always that thing that we can sense that's kind of off. And so we can't give our trust to people. But when we really step up and engage authentically and genuinely, and we absolutely are in alignment with that, no matter what the judgment we receive in the outside world, people trust you, people gravitate towards you, and that is how you can actually have influence over the people that you love and inspire them on their own journey. And I really do believe that that is the greatest currency, is our authenticity for everything meaningful in our lives. So I love that. I love that resonated with you, Liam. And Alexandria, mindfulness that expands from oneself to others to share life-changing. Absolutely, beautifully put. And Sunse Array, sorry, my darkness on my camera is just like gone really dark on my screen. I can barely read your messages and or your name because it was a really difficult one as well. But I'm sending you much love on your journey there. And Gretel's here, and Amy and Gabrielle. Where did you study personality profiling? It is very intriguing to me. Yeah, definitely, Gabrielle. Check out Personality Hacker. They're a brilliant place to learn all about personality profiling. But yeah, it's all based on Myers-Briggs typology. So MBTI, you can dive into that. There's so much a wealth of knowledge to learn based on that, just to get you going. And Belinda, the greatest pathway out of pain is being grateful for what we have. Absolutely. So true. Love that resonated, Belinda. And Mo's here, and Nikki, and Michael, and Nino, and Kayla, and Juanjo, and Mwambutsya. I don't know if I ever say your name right, but I so appreciate you. And Bill's here, and Mark, and Soya Cairo, and Addison, and Hassani. Hi V, great reminder here, connection through genuineness and from a place to give is absolutely what matters most definitely. And I know that you get that so well, House. And good morning to you, Saya Cairo from Japan. I love it. And Mark, you are very refreshing. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you so much, Mark. I so appreciate your kind words there. And Jeremy and Sean, awesome guys. That's really my message for you guys today. Really hope that it's got you thinking about where in your life are you kind of giving to get, and it's kind of creating this disconnection or this barrier to the depths of connection that you can really experience with the ones that you love. And where are you going to have the courage to step up fully and give genuinely with no conditions, just to be of service, just to add value, and knowing full well that when we come from a genuine place of just adding value, it opens up so many doorways to not only connections, but also amazing opportunities. And that is what life is about. So guys, that is it from me today. I thank you so much for joining me. You guys rock my world, and I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you too wherever you are in the world today. I'm sending you all of my love, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.